Sometimes you hear people saying, Jesus was all about love. He never preached hate and he never preached intolerance. You Christians should really be more like Jesus and stop preaching hate. But people who say that, I can almost guarantee have never read the Bible. Because if they had read the Bible, they would see Amos writing, hate what is evil and love what is good. And they would see Paul writing, let love be genuine, abhor what is evil, hold tightly to what is good. See, the Bible teaches us that it's as important to hate evil as it is to love good. And indeed, loving good and hating evil are just two sides of the same coin. It's because we love justice that we hate injustice. It's because we love honesty that we hate dishonesty. It's because we love generosity and kindness that we hate greed and corruption. It's because we love faithfulness that we hate adultery. And it's because we love righteousness that we hate unrighteousness. Anyone who loves good, anyone who is good, anyone on the side of good will hate evil. They will hate anything that tarnishes and spoils and corrupts purity. So did Jesus demonstrate a hatred for evil? Well, of course he did. He was good. So when he saw the corruption of the money changers in the temple, he chased them out of there with a whip in his hand. When he saw the hypocritical Pharisees oppressing people, he called them a brood of vipers, whitewashed tombs, and sons of hell. In Revelation, we see Jesus returning to earth as a warrior, destroying the wickedness of the planet. Jesus hates evil because he is good. That's how it should be. Our postmodern world believes that all hate is wrong, but Jesus knew that if you don't hate evil, you allow it to flourish. As Edmund Burke says, all that's necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. So you see, you must have this defining line between good and evil so that you can learn to love good and therefore hate evil. And so now we're left with the real question in all of this. What is good and what is evil? And how do we get this defining line to differentiate between the two? For Christians, it's actually very easy because we just look to God as an objective and unchanging moral reference point. But if you don't believe in God, then you don't have that objective reference point. So all you can really do is make up your own morality as you go along, according to what you feel, according to what your friends think, according to what the media currently tells you to believe. And in our postmodern culture, this is exactly what's happened. People have decided that we don't need God, and so the objective moral reference point has been thrown away. That means that people can't make sense of good and evil anymore. It just comes down to opinions. What do you think? What do you think? It's all different. Who knows? Those words disappear too. Good and evil disappear. And so people then look at the tools they have left to make choices with, and all they have is love and hate. And they think, well, hate sounds bad. Hate can't be right. We don't want to be haters. That would be intolerant. Let's get rid of hate. And so now what is left? Only love. All the world's hopes for a perfect society are pinned on love. Love is all we need. Love will save the world. That's the idea that dominates our world right now. But here's the problem. It won't. If you love everything without discernment, if you can no longer identify good and evil, and if you refuse to hate evil anyway because you think all hate is wrong, evil will begin to flourish.
Wow, okay.
Do you think people are born adulterers? They don't know it until they get the urge?
Do you mean by like having lust for someone else?
Yeah, they start getting urges to commit adultery.
That's just natural. Humans.
Is it okay?
I think so, yes.
And what do you think?
I think it's kind of nature as well, because
So adultery is okay?
I don't like the word.
like the label
I don't like the
adultery
word.
because I feel like it's human nature to just kind of like, if you break it down, to like mate with everyone and just kind of reproduce. So it's kind of like nature versus like
Yeah, there's a difference
cheating
between
and love and-
mating, which is what we were made for, is to reproduce, and I don't think there should be a rule of when you should reproduce.
Do you think people are born fornicators that's wanting to have sex?
I mean, isn't that what I pretty much
Yeah.
just said? To reproduce, yeah.
What do you think? Do you think it's morally wrong to fornicate?
wrong to do that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so at all.
What about stealing and lying? Is that wrong?
No, I
So
don't.
lying and stealing is okay, adultery is okay, and fornication is okay.
It depends. Like, it really depends on the circumstances, because if you're doing like a little white lie to like not hurt someone, I don't want to like.
What about little white thefts? You can steal white things.
No, I don't want to have my words misinterpreted, but I don't think stealing's okay, or like lying in a way that.
What about rape? Is that okay?
No.
So where do you get your rules from? You've said adultery's okay, lying's okay, stealing's not okay, and what about rape? That's not okay. So where do these rules come from? Do you just make them up?
No, it's just kind of what I picked up on the world, I guess, with
Just
my own
experiencing life, we have formed our own wrongs and rights, I guess.
So what do you think of a man who says, I think rape is okay, it's right? What would you say to him? You've got to say, oh, that's okay, because you just make it up as you go along.
I would question him why he thinks that way, because I like to hear everyone's answer.
He says it gives him pleasure. That's what life's about.
Well, if the other person isn't, like, if they don't have his consent, then that's wrong.
Why is it wrong? I'm trying to pin you down, because you've got no basis for right and wrong. Adultery's right, fornication's right, lying's right, and so there's no basis to say rape is wrong unless you believe in God.
See the process here? God is rejected and the moral reference point is lost. So good and evil actually loses its meaning, and so people start to just make up their own warped ideas and rules about life as they go along. And thinking that all hate must be wrong, they then refuse to condemn evil. The result is that they begin to condone lying, stealing, fornication, adultery, and they were even reluctant to condemn rape there. They are hamstrung into a warped and immoral worldview, firstly by their inability to identify good and evil, and secondly by their refusal to hate evil. And this is how the next generation thinks, everyone. This is how they're being raised. So yes, in the middle of all this, Christians are different. We still refer to God and we still talk about good and evil. We still love good, and yes, that means that we hate things that destroy, tarnish and corrupt and cause heartache and pain in the world. We hate evil. And so when we speak up against these things, before you retaliate by calling us haters and intolerant and telling us we look nothing like Jesus, consider that sometimes Jesus looked like this. And remember that all good people hate evil. For more on this topic, check out these titles from the Fuel Project.